Knowing you want to invest in real estate is great. Knowing where to invest in real estate is the tough question. So, my name is Brandon Turner, host of the Bigger Pockets podcast. And today, I wanted to help you identify a potentially great rental market in your very state. Using BiggerPockets Insights, we compare the rent to price ratio, the RTP, to figure out the best cash flowing markets in every state across the country. Now, rent to price ratio is super easy to calculate. You're basically dividing the median rent by the median home price in that market. So, for example, let's pretend Warwick, Rhode Island. It gets $1,000 a month in rent, and the median home price, let's call it $100,000, even though I don't know if that's it. That's like a 1%, right? Basically 1%, because 1,000 divided by 100,000 is 1%. Voila, it's that easy. Now, it's not an exact science. This equation, though, will help you see the likeliness of a property to cash flow as compared to others. I mean, think about it this way. If a property costs $1 million to buy and it only rents for $1,000 a month, that's like 1/10 of 1%. That's like never going to cash flow. But if a property you could buy for $100,000 also rents for $1,000 a month, it's literally the same rent for 10 times the purchase price, like a much higher likelihood of cash flowing. Now, notice here the word likely, like it's not guaranteed to cash flow. We're using median numbers, and it's important you run your own analysis. Actually, do your numbers to make sure your specific deal is a good investment. Furthermore, rent to price ratio, it doesn't take into account taxes. They change depending on location, or insurance costs, which can change, or vacancy, or the quality of the tenant, or the future appreciation. I mean, this is just a good starting point toward finding cities that may provide great cash flow for you. So we're going to get into the actual list here of all 50 states here in just a second. But also understand that you can do this analysis yourself and a whole lot more for any market you're looking at by using the rent estimator tool, the property insights tool over on BiggerPockets. Just go to biggerpockets.com/insights to check out all the cool stuff there. You can even download like the sales data and all sorts of other good stuff there. So BiggerPockets Insights, in case you're not aware, it's a new service from BiggerPockets designed to help you identify the best markets, the best neighborhoods, the best properties for your future. And it's led by a team of data scientists who help make sense of a lot of big data so you can apply it to your investing. And it's part of our pro membership at BiggerPockets. So if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check it out. But just in case you're not a pro member, you don't want to do it on your own, let me give you the full list right now. And of course, 2020 is a total anomaly of a year. So to mitigate the kind of weird fluctuations caused by the pandemic, we're going to actually average the median sales price from like February to April. Try to get a better sense of the true median price. And finally, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give the thumbs up button and let us know if you have any questions or whatever in the comments. So with that said, here is the list. And because I don't want to just read off a list of 50 states and cities, I thought I'd make this just a little bit more interesting by having some background music. All right. Don't laugh at my terrible quality. And I'll add some commentary along the way. All right, our first one's going to be Mobile, Alabama, followed by Eagle River, Alaska, Sun City, Arizona, Benton, Arkansas, La Quinta, California. Do you think that's named after the hotel chain? Commerce City, Colorado, New Haven, Connecticut, Wilmington, Delaware, Fort Pierce, Florida, Jonesboro, Georgia, Eva Beach, looks like Ewa Beach, but it's actually Eva Beach, Hawaii, which is actually, coincidentally, where I learned to surf, Middleton, Idaho, Granite City, Illinois, Gary, Indiana. Any other musical theater kids out there? Dubuque, Iowa, Kansas City, Kansas, Lawrence, Kentucky, not Florence, Italy, probably not quite as romantic, but might be some good cash flow there. There we go. Youngsville, Louisiana, Portland, Maine, for all you Mainas out there. Baltimore, Maryland, Springfield, Massachusetts, Detroit, Michigan. Oh, Detroit. We could have a heyday with that for those old podcast listeners. Shakopee, Minnesota, my home state. South Haven, Mississippi. Independence, Missouri. Great Falls, Montana. Beautiful place. Bellevue, Nebraska. Pahrump, Nevada. Nashua, New Hampshire. And Camden, New Jersey. And then Carlsbad, New Mexico. Carlsbad Caverns. If you have not checked it out, it's awesome. I got pooped on by a bat once there. Syracuse, New York. Supply, North Carolina. And Demand, North Carolina. We got West Fargo, North Dakota, not Wells Fargo, West Fargo. Maple Heights, Ohio. Enid, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where the wind. Klamath Falls, Oregon, also a beautiful place. You should check out Klamath Falls. Scranton, Pennsylvania. True fact, Scranton is actually the home of the world famous Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. Providence, Rhode Island. York, South Carolina. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. One of my favorite states in the entire world. Have you ever been to South Dakota? Like Mount Rushmore, like Badlands, all that stuff. Very, very cool. Anyway, Morristown, Tennessee, Odessa, Texas, Clearfield, Utah, Manchester Center, Vermont, Portsmouth, Virginia, Pasco, Washington, Martinsburg, West Virginia, Kenosha, Wisconsin, and finally, Laramie, Wyoming. All right, so now it's your turn. Leave me a comment below. Tell me whether you agree with this list. I mean, the data doesn't lie, but as I mentioned earlier, the rent to price ratio, it's not taking into account all the changes and expenses in different areas, nor the crime or the appreciation potential. But if you've been looking for cash flow in your market, I think starting with one of these cities would be a good place to start. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to give that little thumbs up button. Let us know, share the video, and of course, subscribe to BiggerPockets everywhere you can find BiggerPockets on social media. For BiggerPockets.com, my name is Brandon Turner, Beardy Brandon on Instagram, signing off.
Big